So here we go. So hello. Now it's morning and I was looking through my closet, just kind of searching around, and then I saw something, and it was this. It was this shirt that I'm wearing right here, and I just remember looking back. There was a football game, and there was one game I will never forget. And here's the story about that. So the game, it was against the ASSD. So that was my team. And stepping back for the game, it was 1992, and ours was the top championship. They were the top team. It was great, and I just kind of had mixed feelings about the game because it was like, wow, they're like the top team, and now I was fine. I wanted to go and do the game, and that was pretty cool. So it was fall, and we were talking about it, and it was the last game of the year. And so it was Monday practice, and it was raining real hard. And when we went on break, we were going to wash up to the showers, and he was like, no, The coach was like, nope, go back to the other room. And we're like, okay, fine. So we wandered back and we took our seats, and we were looking, paying attention, and there was a blackboard. And there was just a little piece of paper on there, and the coach walked in, and we were just all watching, and he was like, oh, do you see this newspaper back here? So I got it from the Deaf Institute Gallaudet, and there is where I saw this, and they were posting about the scores for the games, or the grades, and it was Westchester, Maine football at that time, and the newspaper, it was an interview about the game, and we were all wanting to go to a party after the game. I was like, whoa, you're kidding. If we win, we get to go to this party. And he was like, what are you saying? We were all getting fired up, and they're like, okay, go home, get some rest. And we all went home. And then Tuesday, it was raining again. And we went to the gym, just kind of build up our core and review some stuff and just kind of mingle about and get some education. Then we went home and headed back home. And so Wednesday it was raining again, and they just canceled practice. It was not good. So we had a meeting, and we were just all fired up for this game. And we didn't have a clue. We were just fired up. And Thursday, it was raining a little bit. It wasn't bad. And we went outside, and we were training up and reviewing our plays and all that good stuff. And then a train arrived, or a bus arrived, and I was in the window seat. And everyone, once the bus stopped, we got off, and there was someone with a mohawk and big old piercings, and it was different in the East. We were from the West, and that was just kind of alarming, but that's fine. So Thursday night, we were just socializing with the other team, and we decided to eat our food outside so we could focus and really strategize. And Friday night, all morning, we were practicing, and then when night came, it was evening, and we were eating, and it was spaghetti, something healthy, and we were just thinking about the game. And we couldn't focus, and it was time was getting close to the game time, and we were at the gym and getting ready and eating. And remember that it was quiet just an hour before. There wasn't anything, wasn't nothing, and we were just kind of focused. We were staring them down, and it was just kind of a weird feeling. We went outside, and there was a big gong, and the field was way out there, and we lined up, we were ready, and my coach was beside us, and we were all just, it was like slow motion, and the captain was up front, and he had a shiny, nice helmet, and then we could see the other team stand up, and they were just kind of mingling and getting ready. We were just marching on, and I looked over to my coach, and he was right there. And he was just hopping along. The other guy was just a big brute, and then the third guy he had dark skin. And I looked back forward and was just marching along with my team. And I could just feel it getting closer and closer and feel the excitement when then we all took off to our little meeting spot where we all gathered around. We went over the plays and talked a little bit, and the coach showed up and there was nothing to say. He said, "There's nothing to say. You're all ready. You're all incredible." And we're all like, "Yeah, we got this." So we had an even shot for this. And we're all pumped up and ready to go, and we all went out on the field, and all of a sudden it was just confusing. There was someone beating a drum, and you could feel it, and it was startling. You could feel it on the inside, and it was like, what? And as soon as these people came out, they just kept beating that drum, and at our home field, that we didn't have that. And it was just, and then they started clapping, and you could feel the vibrations from it, and it was like, okay, whatever, just ignore it, just ignore it. It's not important. They came out in front of us, and we were staring them down. And they had red on their things, and so the game was about to start, and they kicked off the ball, and it was just intense. Again, it startled me and wasn't good because the drum kept like starting me. It was the first time that it happened in a game, and it was just weird. We had big walls, so it vibrated off, and I was running, and I was ready to get it in, and then all of a sudden I stopped, and I slid on my butt, and the ball went right between my legs. And I was so close to a touchdown, but everyone was just watching, and they all looked at me, and they're all like, "What? Come on, come on." And in my mind, I was like, well, you know what? I'm done. I'm not a good defense. I'm not hearing. I'm not deaf. It's like, it's not good. So my coach was, they're like, you know what? I just felt heartbroken. I'm just done with it all. And I was scared and just wanted to drop it and just wanted to be a good defense player. And it kept adding on and adding on. So we just kept on going with it. And I was going to pass the ball off the second time. We kept going, and he looked scared. Everyone just looked scared, and he came up to us. He's like, "You look scared. Your eyes are huge. Come on. And finish with it. Just be done with it." And all of a sudden, our mood changed, and we were like, you know what? We woke up, and it was the third play, and I had the football. I was going to give it to the guy beside me. And we were running along, and we were running on, and we were on and on, and we were open for a touchdown for the game. We got it. And there was trumpets, and that was cool. And like, it was just incredible that happened. They were focused enough, and they were good enough, and they were to the left field, and we were ready, and we had the ball, and I was going to give it to the person beside me, but he didn't see what I was trying to do. And when I went to throw it, it slipped. Or no, he caught it. Or no, it fell on the ground. And he ran for it. We're like, awesome, and they had us take a break. And Coach was like, okay. It's halftime now. So, you're all great, you're strong, you're top, you're good, you got this. And that just lit a fire in us. and it was 12-12. And we had to get one more goal. And we took our break and we were running. And it was nearing the goal. And we were just so excited. And I stood up and everyone stood up. And I was confused because like they picked me up and they're like, yeah, that's wonderful, patting my back. And they're just cheering for me. And remember, it was raining, so it was wet out. When they passed the ball, it was heavy. And so kicking off, I kicked it off and it went right in the goal. I was just feeling. So the last game, first down, I was afraid it was going to hurt me, so in the back of my head I'm like, oh, I'll catch it, and nope. So I didn't need to, I knew that, and I was backing up and it was coming right at me, and since it was wet, it slipped right out of my hands. And it fell on the ground, and I fell back too, and the guy behind me dropped it too, and I was like, oh, that's lucky. And I stood up and I was thinking, well, maybe, did I drop it? Did we catch it? Did we win? And everyone was just running up and cheering and screaming, and they were like celebrating, and we went back to the back and there was a party there and everyone showed up and the newspapers, everyone, and we got there and they're like, do you know what you did? And I looked up to the stands up into like the little narrator box. And they were all looking so depressed. And their heads were down. I looked up and you gotta remember we had a celebration party, you know. I was interpreting that to them like, oh, you guys can show up if you want for football. It was just a game, and I stole the ball for a moment, and I was wondering if I could just keep the ball, and they were like, oh, sure. So that's what I have. This is the ball that I won with. Look at that. That was an amazing day. So that's my successful story and my specialty. And looking back, like it was like, wow, this is my jersey and my best friend. So thank you.